What is up, everybody? This is Matt Ogle with VYPE Media, and we are here at the Coach's Corner. Very special guest here, the St. Agnes Academy softball coach, Priscilla Reiser. They're coming off an exceptional season. You told me it was the best record you'll have had in the program history. What was it, 26-8 or 28-6?
26-8.
26-8, fantastic. They took down Antonian in the TAP 6A state championship. So y'all have been there. You've been here for 4 years, and y'all have been to the state tournament 3 times out of that in that time span. So tell me, what was the secret ingredient, essentially the key to success in this time around for you to finally kind of get over that hump there?
I really feel like it was consistent offense. One of our mottos has been trust our offense all season long. I went back, looked at stats, they averaged over 8 runs per game, which is really impressive, especially with the schedule that we've had. And so really getting the kids to kind of buy in that no matter what happens in the game, we can still trust our offense and have a lot of confidence out on the field.
Nice. And this was your first state championship. I mean, this program has been a power in TAP 6A for quite some time. I just said, y'all have been there 3 times in the last 4 years that you've been there. They won it all in 2019. That was the last time. So, what was that feeling like for you as a coach to finally get this kind of validation and recognition?
Oh gosh, it was incredible. When I came, we had a pretty young group, so we really had to do a lot of rebuilding, from pitching to all the positions on the field and even within team culture. And so it was a lot of validation and really appreciation for all of the work that we put in off season, summer. The seniors, they put in a lot mentally, physically, changing how things were done. So it was such a great feeling to finally walk away with something that we've wanted for so long.
I can imagine. I personally have never really gotten to win any state titles. I've gotten to see a lot in this industry, but that overwhelming emotion, you can see it just take over the kids once they finally get that point. So speaking of kids, you detailed some of your key players. First of all, you got Mia Valenzuela. You gave her probably one of the highest compliments I've heard in a long time. You said she resembles that of Ella McDowell, who is a superstar. They play for the same team, Impact Gold team, I believe. So she's been your team captain. What was it like for her having to kind of take over as the leader of this group? You have a very young team. She's a junior. How do you think she's kind of flourished in this environment?
Yeah, we actually I got to see her twice. McDowell played twice. We played Foster, scrimmaged them, then played them, and had some. First game was really close. It was a 1-0 game. So I mean, the kid is amazing, amazing. So I was glad to be able to have someone so amazing to compare her to, and I truly do believe that she rivals her. So having her on the field for us, it was the complete elevator that our team needed. When she came as a freshman, she started right away at shortstop, and she was a strong player freshman year, sophomore year. But this year, I feel like was a complete breakout year because she did it on offense, she did it on defense, she did it on the base path, and she did it with her leadership. There is not one category in her game that she did not excel or lead at. And I really think her entire season was the catalyst to getting us where we need to be. I mean, she led in steals, she led in on base percentage, she led in hits, she led, I mean, literally everything. I felt like every game for her was a highlight reel. ESPN plays all the time. When we put together our state hype video, as we call it, she was the easiest person to find plays for because she had so many. I mean, she was horizontal, catching balls all season. She's incredible.
It's remarkable. I mean, as a coach, it's got to be somewhat of a relief. Be like, well, I mean, if things are down, at least we have her. But I mean, that's nothing to say against your other players. You have Kira, Win. Did I pronounce that right? Kira Wynn, and then Julia Solo. You got a few others that are likely going to be all-state recognees. So, given all the experience you've had with this team in the 4 years, I mean, obviously this one probably takes the cake, but I like to ask a more personal question, like what do you think has been the most fun or fondest memory that you think you're going to keep for years to come that come into your mind at this point?
We love our out of town tournaments. We go out of town usually in the early February to try to do some bonding. Um, Last year we took the kids to one of the families like ranch, and they did fishing and some like four-wheeling and doing little things away from the field. We went to oh gosh, this year they've been to the Astros games before as a team. Trying to think of all the things we did this year. I feel like we did so many. We went to a tournament out of town and took them. They've been to Six Flags. So last year, different things that are away from the field, I really think are the biggest memories. But nothing's gonna compare to that dog to win the last game of the season.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But I mean, in my experience, whenever I was in high school playing soccer and football, like I mean, I had a little bit more fun in soccer because A, I got to play more, and B, it's we had it was kind of like off the field trips. Like we went to Lake Livingston one year, then we went like tubing and everything, and like that's kind of what ingrained in my memory, and I think that resonates with the kids is like getting that chemistry, developing it like that, and in more of a stress-free environment. Like I've never heard of a team going to a ranch before, but that sounded like it was a blast. Last question.
Food sorts of things. Like even before the state game, we went up a day early, and that night before we played, we took them to Chicken and Pickle and let them play pickleball and whatever, all the other, like they have Jenga and cornhole, and just kind of decompress and like take the focus off of the pressure of being at state and kind of just get to enjoy themselves going into that game. I think that helped.
I can imagine. I mean, anything to help them kind of ease the nerves. I feel like as a coach, that's essential. Um, okay, so last question. Moving forward, what's the next step for this group? What do you think? I mean, obviously, you're bringing back a few of your key players, but what do you hope to see from this group as you start to dole out the all-state recognition and prepare for next year?
Yeah, so we're really fortunate to have quite a few players make all state. The trio that you mentioned, Julia, Kira, and Mia, they were named first team all state. So we have those three coming back. Mia and Kira are our middle infielders. They've turned more double plays that I've seen at the high school level in my entire career. So we have that strength at the middle. Julia in the outfield can run down balls anywhere. Like I mentioned, she hit 625 during district. So having that strong offensive force between the three of them will be really helpful going forward. And also pitching. Yes, we had two really strong pitchers lead us into state. They threw the Elise Nesser, our senior, she's been our rock, and then Caroline Croker, extremely talented junior. They pitched in both the semifinal game, in which we won 2-1 over the defending champs JP2, and then they both threw in the state final game against Antonian. So Caroline coming back, she would be huge for us. We're also really fortunate to have a couple of younger pitchers on the staff, and then our strong junior class going into next year will be senior class. We'll still have a lot of senior leadership. So TAPS and all our teams that we play next year can look out for us again, because I think we'll be pretty strong again next year.
Well, it's good to hear. Good to hear. All right, we all are having. You're gonna have a not title. Gonna have a target on your back for this upcoming year. So we're really excited for y'all. Congratulations on winning it, and wishing you the best of luck moving forward in the next year.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time to recognize our girls. We really appreciate it. We have a
Absolutely.
great group of kids at St. Agnes Academy, so we appreciate your time.
I'm happy to help. Thank you very much. All right, this has been the Coach's Corner. Get ready. We'll see y'all at the games.